Tennessee, named after Memphis, Egypt. Right? Pyramid sits on the Mississippi River, just like in the capital city, Memphis, Egypt. The Nile River runs through that city, man. All right.
I got something real quick.
I need Revelation 11:8 first.
And if I may add, you know, we slaves in Memphis, what we doing? Working our ass off in the warehouses. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. You know, Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis, Egypt.
Yep.
I appreciate the back there.
We the kings of the earth.
This is Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
You see, it said the city is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right. So the spiritual is the invisible. You see, and that's why I said that they're dead bodies, because without a spirit, right, which your spirit comes from the mind, which you have understanding. You have different spirits in your mind according to the understanding that you have. If you have the understanding of the wicked, then you are a dead body, right? You ever seen somebody that's paralyzed, right? They can't move. They're a soul, but it's like they can't do nothing. It's almost like they're dead. Well, it's just the opposite. You can move around and you can do things, but you don't have an understanding of who you are, you might as well be dead. You don't have an understanding of where you came from, who your power, who your enemy is, you might as well be dead. You see? So that's what it's talking about when it says spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay? And Sodom is synonymous with homosexuality and vile abominable sex acts, which is what you see going on in America. You see? And all over the earth. But America is the chief place that's prophesied to be destroyed in the scriptures.
That's right.
Okay? Because it's the chief place that promotes wickedness throughout the earth. Babylon the Great, Egypt, all right? Sodom and Gomorrah. Brother, you got that precept out? You got Baruch?
Yeah, Baruch.
Y'all listen to this.
Yeah, because we still in bondage to this day, you know?
Right.
We are still slaves to this day. This Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our power.
And see, most people don't look at slavery as a real thing, because they don't see chains and shackles on them physically. Well, the worst type of slavery to be is when you're spiritually and mentally enslaved. Because now I don't have to whoop you. I don't have to chain you up.
Right.
Okay? Think about a dog, right? Huh?
How they teach
It's how they teach you.
Yeah.
They teach you to accept being a slave. You know? They teach you to accept being ignorant and being docile. But the point I was going to make, the example I was going to make, is like a dog, right? When you take a puppy, especially like if you're going to raise them in the house, right? You want that dog to not, excuse my French, shit in your house, right? So when he shits in your house, you take, you know, they take the newspaper, roll it up, you take him to it, and you whoop him. Eventually, he don't do it no more. You see? Because you've trained him. That's how the wicked have trained 2/3 of our people to work as slaves. What's the word I'm looking for? Happy slaves.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically to be happy slave, to be,
house slave.
to be, yeah.
House nigga, boom.
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yep.
Yep.
Come on.
Okay. Was it more on there or was that it? Okay.
This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
It's the prophet Jeremiah. He said that we was going to discontinue. He said he, even himself, all right, was going to discontinue from the heritage, which we read the heritage. The Lord said he chose us to be a special people unto himself. All right. And matter of fact, hold it. Because we read y'all the curses. It seems like we only giving y'all bad news. But go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Because see, it was two parts to the contract that he gave us. If we listen to him, then we would be on a certain level. If we disobeyed and we didn't listen to him, we would be brought to a lower level.
In Deuteronomy 28:1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord their power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
See, that's our heritage. That's the heritage that Jeremiah is talking about. We was gonna discontinue, meaning we was gonna, I bet you go into that word discontinue, it's some edification that'll come out and it'll link up with Jeremiah 17 about us, with Deuteronomy 28, all right? Because we discontinue means to stop doing something, all right? So the Lord told us right here in Deuteronomy 28 and 1, if we did it, then we would be that special people. We would be over all these nations. We would be the kings of the earth. We would be the upper echelon, the highest of the high, right? Under him and Yahweh Shah. Got it?
Yeah, this is strong. This is discontinued in the Blue Letter Bible, Strong's H80 and 58. It says, Shamat, to release, let drop, or loose, or rest, or fall.
Fall.
To be made to fall down, be thrown down, to cause to let drop, and to release and let drop.
Yeah, so we fail. We fail from, get Psalms 82 and 6. This is really where we fail from.
Yeah.
Get Psalms 82 and 6.
You got it.
I got it.
This is book of Psalms chapter 82 verse 6.
This is where we fail from.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes.
See? When you see these, which we just got on the entertainers and the athletes, because that's really a slave. But you gotta look, even in our lowest estate, we still are superior to the ones that rule over us.
Right.
You see? You look at the LeBron James, all the famous, renowned Hall of Fame, they're Israelites, okay? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? I don't care what, even if you want to deal with, not even on a physical level, on an intellectual level. Everything, matter of fact, get Jeremiah, where it says, we are the former of all things. You see, everything that you see that has any significant value that was created by the hands of man, hey, I really want to say 10 times out of 10, Jake made it.
Jake made it.
GPS.
Jake made it.
The PC, you know.
Hey, we built this country up for free, man.
We built this whole
We did everything up for free.
Light bulb.
Yeah.
Everything you can think of,
Car.
we made it. You know, we are. Hey, he's so full.
Hey, this is Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Now, if you Google,
Hey, Google this up.
if you Google, what's this Edomite name? Franklin Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, right? Google image Theodore Roosevelt. Now y'all listen to the scripture. The brother gonna read it, and I want y'all to look at this picture. Google Theodore Roosevelt, and Google image Theodore Roosevelt statue in New York. Theodore Roosevelt statue in New York. He gonna be on a horse. He gonna have two slaves chained up to the horse while he riding the horse. If y'all don't see it, he got the picture pulled up right now, or y'all can look at it on his phone. We're gonna read the scripture again. Y'all see that? What y'all see? Y'all see a man on a horse and he got two slaves chained. What those slaves look like?
Lord and the Southern King.
And what else?
They look like Indians.
Yeah.
A so-called black man and an Indian. A so-called black man and an Indian.
Yeah, the Jews.
All right? Now listen to this scripture. Put that in front of the phone again, Baba Kushal. Now he gonna read the scripture again.
Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses
I have seen servants upon horses
and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
and princes walking as servants upon the earth. You see? Woo! Because that man that's on the horse is the true servant.
That's right.
He's the true slave because the Lord sanctioned him to serve us, all right? And to be the base man, he chose us to be the man that rules over all flesh. Yasharala, princes of the power.
That's right. Right.
Okay.
That's right.
And you can read that in Genesis, what is that? Where the Lord changed Jacob's name to Israel. He said, thou art a prince. I think it's Genesis the 32nd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Thou art a prince with God. Okay? That's what Israel means. Israel means son of God. You got a question, sister? Yeah.
Okay, something sound crazy.
Now, it ain't gonna sound
But-
crazy.
I understand like all this, like I know my history, but where did okay, before we came over here, when they brought us over here on like the ships,
Slave ships.
the slave ships, where did it's a crazy, where did like the Caucasian, like the white man come from because if we was here, you know,
Get Obadiah. This is where he came from.
I thought we was like, I thought black people could make any color, you know what I'm saying? So where did they, I don't know.
She said,
When you say where did they come from, like what is the origin of their existence?
Yeah, 'cause I thought we was here first. I don't
Well,
know.
you're right. We were here first.
Yeah.
They are East. They are what you would consider biblical Edomites.
Yeah, but if we was in Africa, right?
she talking about historically
If we was
wise.
in Africa, how they know who was over here to come get us?
How they know who was over here to come get us? Because
I mean, you know, like,
because they always interacted with us. We always been in interaction with them. It wasn't just contrary to popular belief. See, they like to paint the picture that we were just in Africa chilling, and then they showed us like, oh, what y'all doing here? We
Yeah.
always knew who they were because biblically speaking, they're not white. Technically, they're pink, and we are not black. Those are just bywords that are given unto us. They are considered Edomites. Hey, we gotta get to yeah, gotta get to scriptures.
Get Obadiah. All right.
Yeah.
Because the question that you asked is not crazy, but it's deep. So we're gonna take you back. We're gonna take you back to the dark ages. Okay. See, because we're just gonna take you back that far, right? Because it is a time where it was nothing but dark-skinned people ruling in the earth. All right. You had. Look, listen. You had Moors. Okay. You had what you had them the Turks. You had times where it was no white man ruling. Because you use the word Caucasian, right? Did I hear you use the word Caucasian? So do you know where that term Caucasian comes from? There was a 1,000-year period, all right, during the Dark Ages, okay, which was about from 300 AD to the early 1400s, where there was only dark-skinned people ruling. And the Caucasian man, where you get the word Caucasian, was dwelling in the clefts of the Caucasus Mountain in Asia, and what is it?
Asia,
Georgia, Russia.
Georgia,
all right,
Russia,
in the around the Black Sea. Okay. Now we're gonna prove that word Caucasian means cave dweller, and it goes back further than that because it's really Esau Edom. Right. This is how you know that Esau Edom is the Caucasian man.
That's right.
According to his book Obadiah, he's revealed as the man that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. Okay, because Caucasian means cave dweller. Let's read Obadiah. Who got it?
I got it.
Gun.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom.
Now this is concerning Edom. Edom is a nation of people. All right, this is the vision of Obadiah concerning Edom, this nation of people, who they are. Let's go.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Now, y'all hear that?
Come.
Whose pride, read that part, started with the pride.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Pride of his heart has deceived him. Go ahead.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
He dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
Whose habitation is
His
high.
habitation is high. All right? Now, you look at the structure of all these buildings that's around you. They built up very high.
Skyscraper.
Now in Memphis, we don't really have a really big skyline. But you go to these other major cities like Dallas, Atlanta, California, New York, those buildings go up into the heavens, okay? They go up all the way into the sky. Now, when you Google Mount Seir, right? Google Mount Seir, Google image Mount Seir, right? And then Google image White House, the White House. Get that, we're talking about Edom and Mount Seir. Instead of Jeremiah.
Hey, can I get a real quick picture?
Come on, y'all see the images?
Talking about this one?
Y'all see the image of Mount Seir with that, it looked like the White House? Y'all see that? The Mount Seir is synonymous with Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Genesis. You want me to hold up on this 25?
Now you got it.
25 and 21. This is now he just told you that Esau, or the so-called white man, are really Edomites, right? And you was like, well, I thought that black people came first. They did. They're just people of leprosy. That's it. They don't have pigmentation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Verse 21.
And she also made the statement that black people can create any race.
Yeah, which is true.
So the so-called white man, all right, he did come from dark-skinned people. He's about to read the account.
God. Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So this is the story of Jacob and Esau, all right? The twins, get that sign for us, Farad Babusha. The twins, which were born of Isaac and Rebekah, okay? Jacob and Esau were struggling within the womb, all right? There was a fight, there was an ongoing battle. She was feeling that pressure in her womb of those twins going at it. And she wanted to know what was going on. So Isaac, her husband, all right, prayed to the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
The Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Y'all see this? He said there's 2 nations. And 2 nations that came from 1 nation of people. Right?
It's powerful.
2 different nations. Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
It say that one people is going to be stronger than the other people.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Now when you have twins, who the oldest? The one that comes out first. Want to jump to the point?
Come. Verse 25. And the first came out red.
Y'all listening? The first one that came out of the womb, there's 2 nations of people that came out of the womb of Rebekah, all right? The twins of Isaac and Rebekah. The first one came out red.
Come. Hey, when a so-called white baby is born, what does he look like? He looks red.
right.
You see that?
Yeah.
He's red.